The restaurant was all glass, gold, and silence. Asterisk. You could hear the soft clinking of silverware and the quiet hum of wealth. Asterisk. It was the kind of place where everyone knew who you were and what you were worth. Asterisk. And that's why no one moved when Ethan Royce, the billionaire CEO of Royce Dynamics, slammed his fist against the marble table. Asterisk. Across from him sat his wife, Anna, visibly pregnant, hands trembling as her water glass toppled. Asterisk. Her lip quivered. Please, Ethan, not here. Asterisk. He leaned closer, voice like ice. You embarrass me here. I'll remind you who made you. Asterisk. Every table saw it. Every head turned, and then every single one turned away. Because you didn't interfere with people like Ethan Royce. Asterisk. You didn't ruin your career, your reputation. Gave safety for a stranger, except for the sound that came next. The deep growl of engines outside. Asterisk. 5 motorcycles pulled up, chrome glinting under the city lights. Asterisk. The door swung open, and in walked a group of leather-clad men, the Iron Wolf's MC, their jackets marked with wolf insignias. Asterisk. They weren't the clean-cut crowd. This place was used to. Asterisk. The hostess froze. The waiters froze, but the bikers didn't seem to care. Their leader, Jocks Carter, a tall, broad man with gray in his beard and a calm fire in his eyes, looked around. He didn't need to ask. He saw it. Anna's red eyes, the trembling hands, the fear no one else dared to name. He walked forward slowly, the restaurant going dead silent. Ethan turned, glaring. This is private, pal. Get lost. Asterisk. Jocks tilted his head. Private, huh? From where I'm standing looks public enough. Asterisk. Do you know who I am? Ethan snapped. Asterisk. Yeah, Jocks said evenly. The kind of man who hits a woman who can't hit back. Gasps whispered through the room. Ethan stood, his tailored suit sharp as a sneer. You have no idea what you're getting into. Jocks didn't flinch. Behind him, his crew spread out calm, steady, protective. Asterisk. I don't care who you are, Jocks said quietly, but I do care what kind of man I am, and I don't stand by and watch. Asterisk. For the first time, Ethan hesitated. Power didn't mean much when the man staring you down wasn't afraid to lose everything. Anna looked up, a voice barely a whisper. Please, just let me go. Asterisk. Jocks reached out his hand not to Ethan, but to her. You don't need his permission, sweetheart. Come on. She hesitated, then took it. When she stood, the entire restaurant seemed to breathe again. Asterisk. Ethan lunged, but Jocks caught his wrist midair. His voice was calm, almost gentle. Asterisk. Don't make this worse for yourself. Asterisk. Something in that tone broke the last of Ethan's arrogance. He froze, then stumbled back, chest heaving. Asterisk. Jocks nodded to one of his men. Call the cops. Asterisk. To Anna, he said. You're safe now. We got you. Outside, the night air felt different. Cold, but clean, free. Anna stood beside the roaring bikes, tears streaming down her face, not from fear this time, but relief. Asterisk. She whispered. Why? Why did you help me? You don't even know me. Asterisk. Jocks smiled softly. You don't walk past something like that. Not if you still got a soul. Asterisk. When the police arrived, the bikers didn't wait for applause. Asterisk. They just got back on their bikes, engines rumbling like thunder, fading into the night. Asterisk. Later that evening, the story hit the news. Asterisk. Security footage showed everything: the slap, the fear, the moment the bikers stepped in. Asterisk. And suddenly, the internet had new heroes. Asterisk. The Iron Wolves became a symbol of something the world had almost forgotten. Asterisk. Courage without reward, kindness without cameras, humanity without hesitation. Asterisk. Months later, Anna gave birth to a healthy baby boy. Asterisk. She named him Carter, after after the man who reminded her that strength doesn't come from power, it comes from heart. Weeks passed, but that night in the restaurant never left Anna's mind. She replayed every sound, the crack of his hand on the table, the soft clink of her glass, and then the roar of those motorcycles that broke the silence. Like justice arriving late, but loud. She didn't know where the bikers came from. No one did. They weren't from her world of boardrooms and black tie galas. But when she looked into Jocks' eyes that night, she saw something she hadn't seen in years. Decency. The kind that doesn't need wealth to exist. Ethan's empire began to crumble quietly. The board demanded his resignation after the video went viral. Investors pulled out. Sponsors withdrew. And overnight, the man who thought he was untouchable found himself alone. Money could buy silence, but not respect. Anna started over in a small coastal town. She opened a little coffee shop called Second Chance. Locals loved her warm smile, and the baby boy always asleep in a crib behind the counter. She rarely talked about her past, but the tattooed stranger who had saved her never left her thoughts. One rainy afternoon, the bell over the door jingled. She looked up, and there he was, Jocks older, still wearing that same calm strength. For a moment, neither of them spoke. Then she smiled, tears in her eyes. I hoped you'd find us, she whispered. Jocks looked at the baby boy, then back at her. Didn't expect to see my name living on in someone so small, he said with a grin. Anna laughed softly. You gave me back my life. The least I could do was remind him where real courage comes from. They sat down, two people from worlds apart, sharing coffee and quiet gratitude. Outside, the rain tapped gently on the window, like applause from heaven for the kindness that still existed in a cruel world. Sometimes, heroes don't wear suits or medals. They wear leather, carry scars, and ride into danger without thinking twice. And sometimes, that's all it takes to remind the world what it means to be human.